Hey, you guys, I want to talk about women having affairs, and I don't get how a woman can have an affair because to me, a woman having an affair is like blowing up her relationship. You might as well take your whole retirement account and burn it in flames. You might as well take a torch to your house. You might as well cut off your legs. You might as well cut off your hair. You're just blowing up your life. You might as well just quit going to work. It's just blowing up your life. I was married 25 years and my sex life was crap. I fantasized about other men, wondering what they would be like in bed, wondering, when I saw couples together, wondering if she was sexually satisfied with her husband because I was not with mine. And I fantasized about having sex with women because I was projecting my unmet needs onto them, that all the things my husband wouldn't do with me, they would, like holding hands while we were walking, or looking in each other's eyes during sex, or kissing, or more kind of tender, intimate things, or her actually caring about my orgasm. Because many years ago in our marriage, he stopped caring. It was just a way for him to get off. But I never wanted to have an affair with anyone else because I valued my family life, And so I can tell you that being sexually dissatisfied and being somewhat emotionally neglected is not a reason that a woman is going to go off and have an affair. I think the woman has to have something wrong with her to have an affair. There has to be something wrong with her where she doesn't value relationships or she doesn't value family. And I think guys pick those women not knowing what to look for. Maybe she was just hot. Maybe she was dysfunctional like his mom. I'm not going to talk about men having affairs. That's a different story. I just want to talk in this video about women having affairs because I come across this in YouTube videos where guys talk about, oh, my ex-wife cheated on me and all women are cheaters. Well, some women are cheaters because they're broken. There's something wrong with them because if you as a woman like making a home, if you value relationships and you value children and you value family life, then your energies are going to go towards that. And you're not going to want to do things that blow it up. Like an affair is going to blow it all up. Spending all your retirement money, burning down your house. You might as well burn down your house. It's going to have the same impact. It's going to disrupt and destroy your life. And also, the sneaking around, like, who wants to live with all that lying and deceit? You got to be comfortable. I'm just guessing. Okay, to have an affair, you cannot value family and relationships. You can't value it. You have to be somewhat entitled and narcissistic. You have to love drama and chaos. And you have to have something broken sexually to want to just open your legs to just any old guy. Something's wrong with these women. That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand it. Before I made this video, I was thinking back on all the women I've known, if they ever had any affairs. And I can tell you, I do not know any women who had affairs. I do not know any women who had affairs. Another thing I look down on is women who have a revolving door of men who just sleep around or who just like try to start a new relationship and bring men into their home so easily and for their kids. And after my divorce, I was having more friends who were single women, and I came across some of those women and I let them go. I disrespected them a lot. Some of these women will have sex with men that are in relationships, and they're like, well, I like the sex and he likes the sex. They have no problem with it. I look down on that too. I I don't think it's healthy, and there's something wrong with those women too. In every case, those women grew up sexually abused or without a good role model as a father, or without feeling loved by their fathers. So they made poor choices, and men, they let men too easily into their homes and into their bodies. As to myself, when I was hooking up after my divorce, I was doing it to make up for years, 25 years, more than that, I was with him longer, of sexual neglect and not being able to grow sexually. I wasn't able to grow sexually. I wasn't able to experience things I wanted. I kept being told no to everything. So I was so hungry. It's kind of like a starving man coming out of the desert. He wants to eat everything. So I ate everything for 2 years. And then I got tired of it and I stopped doing it. I do not understand how women can just go around just having sex with guys. If you're a woman watching this, you might want to check in if that's really satisfying. Because, in my opinion, a healthy way of engaging sexually is that a man should provide a relationship or something of value for a woman to have sex with him. Unless you're just like a young woman experimenting with your sexuality, or you're coming out of a divorce, experimenting with your sexuality, I think a woman's natural state is to want sex in a secure, committed relationship, or to have the man offer something of value. But the secure relationship part is where the woman is going to be the most sexually activated and open and orgasmic. The offering something of value can give a man access, but it won't be as deep. But I don't get how women, getting back to the main part of this video, I don't get how women can just cheat on their husbands and basically blow up their lives. Again, I think they're emotionally damaged, and they need some kind of drama, deceit, and chaos to feel alive. I think a lot of men make the mistake of picking women based on the looks, and a lot of women make the mistake of picking men based on their status, whether the status is money, power, looks. And for men, the status is the woman's looks. Everyone's going to look at me if I've got this hot chick on my arm. But 99% of the time, you're going to be alone with her, and her personality and her intellect are going to matter a lot more, her relationship stability. But I think a lot of men don't want that. They're broken too, and so they're attracted to broken women. So, and these broken women are going to treat you like badly. They're going to have temper tantrums, be borderline, cheat on you, try to control you. So I think we all have to look more. We want to be with someone we're sexually attracted to. That's super important. But how hot do they have to be to the outside world for you to feel sexually attracted and to be in a relationship? Guys, I would definitely look for women who value relationships and family. And ladies, I would definitely recommend men who value relationships and family. And, that has to be a requirement in addition to their looks. They have to show you that that's what they value. And that means that they have a healthy attachment style and that they prioritize nurturing the relationship. Because if they don't, they're going to blow it up. And every woman who cheats is a woman who was broken. She was just willing to blow up her life. And I'm mad at those women. I'm disappointed by those women, and I'm mad at those women. And I feel sad for those women. So, and I refuse to be lumped in with those women. So that's what this video is about. If you want to read more about my life, check out my book, The Fuck List. It's on Amazon. If you go to my website, thetreasurewithincoaching.com, you'll find it. If you go to Amazon and Google my name, you'll find my book. But it's a lot about sex and my sex life in my marriage. It was bad, but what I did have in my family life was I got to be married, and I got to be a stay-at-home mom, and I got to have kids, and he was a pretty good dad. And I got to have a family life, and I valued my family life. I mean, my family life, as much as it was also imperfect because he and I never felt like a couple, but we were a family, was a very enjoyable part of my life. I'm glad that my kids got to have a father, and they all turned out very healthy and productive because they had a father and a mother who loved them in their life. Good enough parents. And my sex life wasn't perfect with him. But is anyone's life ever perfect? And now I'm single and I can do what I want. I mean, I still have that dream of having a sexually satisfying relationship. Yet I may never have that. I probably never will have that. I probably will never be in another relationship. It's been 10 years. I haven't dated anyone. However, the closest thing I will ever get to a relationship is talking about it. That's why I make these videos, because I do not have the relationship that I want. I don't have any relationship, and I may never, but you guys still may. There's still hope for most of you. For me, I think it's just too late. They're not, the number of emotionally healthy people who are single declines with age, because the emotionally healthy people with healthy attachment styles, they're in a relationship. And the only time they get divorced is if they're with like one person who's really unhealthy. So there are few of those people. And the chance of finding one at my age is small, pretty small. Like when you're 20, you have like this many single people. Maybe this many are healthy. And over time, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller because all these people already got married. I think a lot of people get divorced in their 30s or 40s, so that's another good time to find someone who's divorced. But after that, it's pretty hard to find people who get divorced in their 50s. There are not that many. And then also over time, people don't always keep their spirits and their health up in a way that makes them attractive. So there are just fewer people to pick from. That's the problem. And the closest I'm ever going to get to having a relationship is talking about one. So that's why I think I make these videos. But yeah, I don't see why a woman would ever cheat. When I would get mad at my ex-husband, I would smoke a cigarette. Or I would say, fuck you, slam the door, and then I would feel better. But I guess some people just need chaos and drama. So just be careful who you date, guys, Just be careful.